When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth a separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such forms.
Good afternoon. Yes, so good afternoon to everyone, to our listeners, viewers from Liberia and across the world. Welcome to another edition of State of the Nation. Thanks to God for mercy. Thanks to God for grace. Thanks to God for life. Life is the most valuable gift you can ever have. So if you wake up in the morning, you have to be so grateful to God and say, God, I'm so grateful. It's another miracle. The last time I was in JFK, I went to JFK and I was trying to find my way at the dialysis center. I used the I passed around the mortuary, the morgue, right? And oh my God, it was so terrible that afternoon. The stench. These are, let's say, human beings like yourself. And unfortunately, I mean, they just ended up that way. Some of them are dead, preparing for funeral, and some of them, their families cannot even locate them. And all sorts of terrible things are happening. Then I look at myself, I say, God, I'm so grateful for life. I'm sorry for all of my complaints. So if you are up this afternoon or this morning, wherever you find yourself, maybe going to bed, just waking up, wherever or whatever you are doing, just know that God is the one who gives life. He is bigger than everything. He's bigger than the universe. There will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money. Isn't that happening? People will be boastful. They will be proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of good, conceited of conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, have nothing to do with such people. I'll go back again. Yes, I'll go back again. We will overall prevail. If you think it's not possible, if you think that where you are, you cannot fit in, all you have to do is to leave, or else you will serve God and you will not be happy. What are you doing there? If it is not in line with what you believe in, leave. God said he will restore everything, everything that has been written in the Bible will surely come to pass. You, me, any other person who believes in God should stand firm. With all of the jokes that we have around, with all of the life that we live and everything, know that you have a life to give account. You will definitely give account of your life. And all you have to do is to stop judging, right? And know God for yourself, because there's going to be a time when it's going to be so terrible, and that's justified. It's going to be terrible. If you know what happened to the apostles in the Bible, some of their heads were turned upside down and all sorts of things. You look, we're going to get back to the scriptures and bring these things to you, and then we will tell you maybe you're not going to church. Number one, maybe you're not attending Sunday school or Bible studies. Maybe we all need to be taught, because these things are all in the Bible. And that's why every Sunday, our leaders from the church will tell us, come to Sunday school, come to Bible studies, because it's important to learn the Word of God. Because every other thing will pass away, but the Word of God will never, never, ever pass away. I feel so religious this afternoon. So in the last days, check your Bible. Let's go back to the Bible. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 to 5. This is one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible. It's in my head. When I get ready, I paraphrase it, and I know exactly what actually this scripture is saying. I have paraphrased it, and it's in my head, because everything that is actually going on right now, everything that we see is in the Bible. The Bible talked about it. If you read 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, you can go from 1 to 5 and downward. It tells you everything that is happening right now. There will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money. People will be boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents. And when the Bible says parents, it doesn't necessarily mean the people who gave birth to your biological parents, right? People who are, who of the age, people who can be, a guardian, someone who can be a counselor. It doesn't necessarily mean the people, your ma and your pa, right? People will be ungrateful. You will see so many ungrateful behavior. People are so ungrateful now. The Bible mentioned it. Go back to the Bible. Go back to the Bible. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 to 5. And let us all know that we will give account of our lives, the way we live, and whatever that we are doing here, we're going to give account of our life. Do not forget, be cautious. Know that there's going to be a time where you're going to give account of your life. We all are here for a purpose, and we are passing through. Yes, we are surely. So that's just the fight. Some people will be lovers of themselves. They'll be disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy. That's just the fight without love. So sometimes people are so bitter. They're so jealous. They're so they are so that they stab you behind your back. Have you not seen that before? Unforgiving. Oh, that thing what we do. That thing when you are passing, it will not be easy to we will go head to scatter. We will be inside. Even when it costs for 5-10 years, we'll be in it. Unforgiving. And people will lie. Yes, they will lie. They will lie about things that, oh my God, are you not seeing these things around? They are all around, and we just find ourselves in it. Oh, Father, help me to be a good Christian. People will be without self-control. Why will you go about raping a child who has pampers on? A child who is, the entire rape is a serious crime. I don't support rape, right? But for you to have no control on yourself, no control, going to rape a kid, lack of self-control. You can see woman and you pass. One. You can see money, you pass. You don't have control over your stomach. You don't have control over yourself, right? You want to be everywhere. You want to have this. Have some self-control. You can eat everything. Not possible. You can eat everything. You can sleep in every bed. It's not possible. You're not King Solomon. People will be brutal, not lovers of good. People will be lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. That's how I want to welcome you on State of the Nation. This afternoon, we're going to have a really wonderful time together. And unfortunately, today, I have my bus with me, and we're going to drive you through up to 5 o'clock. Good afternoon. My name is Magdalene, and I'm here with Christopher Koluba, Sellee Senior. Let's get this song running for the next few seconds. Forever, that don't stop forever. On land may flow, on land may no sea. We stand it, Lord, never uphold it forever. And shout for the Lord star. For heaven I am. Where was that? Okay, all right. Okay, so I want to welcome you back to State of the Nation. Chief, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you.
You look so good. You're shy. I don't know. Who played this one for you? Your wife? Ask your wife.
She's good. She's good.
Did she extend greetings to me?
She's good. She's always done.
Can we place a call to her right now?
No, how is that possible, man? This is public platform and the other is private.
Okay, I'm doing this because people have to know that you have a wife.
Okay.
You have a wife. If you have other associates, and
what did you eat today?
we are. So Good afternoon to you again. How was the weekend?
Yeah, the weekend was good. Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
And it's good to be back. So I've made it my pleasing duty to always try to fold something in on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay, yes, please try.
Yes, because really things are really going here to scattered, not for the negative, but I'm engaged so many places, and I've just divided my time accurately, and I don't like it to be interrupted, especially Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Yes, so but it's good to be back. Thank you so much for holding on. I'm getting feedback.
Sorry.
I'm getting feedback. You're doing exceptionally well. You're delivering speeches. I overheard you were a panelist at a media forum intended to brainstorm on media and humanity.
I'm sorry. No, sorry. I'm trying to see whether it's actually.
Yeah. So that was good. I got feedback. You did exceptionally well, and I just pray that you continue and reaching out to the people, expressing.
But why are you getting confused and looking at you? And
because the call is coming.
Which call?
So let's go. Today is going to be good, right?
Okay, yeah.
We've got so many things to talk, and we will have at least 1 hour to pray for the Methodist Church in Liberia. Do
you want to narrow it down just to them?
Or the church in Liberia?
Yeah, I mean the entire, because
yes.
The Christian, should I say the Christian community?
The Christian community. And once you say the Christian community is church, we have to pray.
Okay, yeah.
We have to pray. And the reason why we have to pray, this platform believes that the Methodist Church is at trouble at itself.
It's a serious distraction.
Yeah, it's not at ease at itself. And they will need our prayer. We've done all the research. We come up, we give you Quranic version to support our argument. We'll give you a biblical version to support our argument. And we will give you a traditional quotation to support our argument. Things are not very well in the Methodist Church. We will play the bishop's voice, claims and counterclaims, and then we will do that. That will take us up to 5 o'clock. That will be from 4 to 5. It's going to be. But for now, we have to go to Rome, Italy, where President Joseph Yohan Boakari has just concluded addressing the forum. Is it going on? Addressing a forum.
He was speaking a few minutes ago.
Yeah, a few minutes ago, but it should be over now. Let's go there. Assistant Minister for Public Affairs, George Saah, is standing by in the Italian capital, Rome, to give us the latest on what's happening with the president's speech. Good afternoon to you, Attorney at Law George Saah.
Chris, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you. You good?
Yes. Everything is fine.
Mr. Saah, how you doing?
I'm doing great in this city of the Pope.
Okay, the city of the Pope. Okay, so we discussing agriculture. You are embedded in the presidential entourage to Rome. We just watched the president on YouTube delivering his address live. And I want to believe you were in the hall. Let's the first thing, the euphoria at the Food and Agriculture Conference, the euphoria. Let's hear before we go strictly into the president's speech.
The euphoria is great. I mean, you have hundreds of people here. Most of the people that are here are threatened by food insecurity. This food insecurity issue is a very major issue here around the world, and Liberia has joined in the discussion. So the president made some remarks that I would love to let you know.
Okay, so the lines are open now. Tell us the content of his speech. We know Liberia staple food is rice. Even though we cannot produce sufficient to feed ourselves, we have to import. what did the president tell the forum?
Well, first, the World Food Forum is being held under the theme "Good Food Today, Good Food Tomorrow." Now, the president talked about Liberia being a nation in the West African region with more than 2,500 millimeters of rainfall, but we cannot produce our own food. There are challenges there. There are challenges with the climate change. We do not produce gases that destroy the atmosphere and bring about disaster, but yet still we are victims of it. Some other countries are also echoing the same thing. Climate change has affected agricultural growth and development and production throughout the region, and Liberia is a victim of this.
Okay, so that seems like you are reporting yourself to a world body as if they don't know that. We have 48% of the Upper Guinea rainforest. Yes, we don't produce any harmful gas to destroy the atmosphere, but who cares about that, Mr. Saah? When no one's stopping you from producing your own food.
Now you should understand that climate change is affecting Liberia. You should understand that we can produce our own food. We were producing our own food before. We almost exported right in the 70s. But as climate change set in, it became a very big problem for us. Now the president is telling the world that we have to come together to combat this situation. Other countries are echoing the same situation, the same problem. You might not know, but climate change has drastically affected Liberia for food production capacity, and the agricultural output is not that encouraging.
Okay, so having told that to the platform, did we have any immediate commitment from world body as to how Liberia can address its food situation?
The president talked about support for local food system. The local food system must be supported, promoting climate resilience, strengthening social safety nets, and global collaboration and partnership. These were some of the solutions that the president advanced. We need to go support. The international community has to come together to support local food systems, promoting climate resilience, strengthening social safety nets, and global collaboration and partnership. These were some of the advances that the president made.
Do we have any immediate dividend from the training or from the conference? We know what happened when the president went to Indonesia. We know what happened when the president went to China, when the president went to the US, returned, and now it's in Europe, Rome to be specific, Italy. And every time he came back, there were a huge dividend. We know how China has announced a major boost into our food and infrastructure economy. What is the FAO doing? We know they have a local office here. What are they telling us? What promises are there for us?
There are a lot of conversations that are going on right now. In fact, throughout the week, there will be a lot of bilateral meetings with the president and some of the FAO officials. There will be bilateral meetings between those that are here. But let me run you through what will happen throughout the week, so our listeners can understand that after the week, we could come out with big dividends. Today, this morning, he had consultations with the FAO Director General this morning. Then today is the opening. As a matter of fact, today is the opening of the conference. So speeches are going on now. The president has spoken. You listen to him. we have them speaking. The FAO Director General spoke. Shu spoke here. The king of the kingdom of Eswatini spoke. The king of the kingdom of Lesotho spoke. The president of the Republic of Colombia was also expected here. President of the Republic of Peru, the president of the Republic of Paraguay, the president of Bhutan, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, and a whole lot of dignitaries have spoken. Now, these are people that are most likely to have engagement with the president.
Okay, so yes, Mr. Let me turn you over to your own daughter. Let her quiz you. Yeah, because
see what? Okay, so Mr. Saah, usually on this platform we have the agricultural segment, which we've been running for over 2 to 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
And to get the young people involved, we always said making agriculture sexy, meaning investing more into it so that the young people cannot see it to be like something that that poor people's job or older people or only adult can engage in farming activities. So what hope the young people or the young people in Liberia after this meeting, what hope what should they expect from this meeting? What is in package for them if they are captured in this conference?
Now, as a matter of fact, this whole conference, this whole World Food Forum, the center stage is the young people.
Yeah.
The young people that have taken center stage. They have given speeches. Right now a panel is going on between amongst the young people. They are saying we are the young people. We are the leaders, the future leaders of all these countries that have come together, and we need to have a future. But when things continue like this, when I have a future, food security must come in, and this whole conference is centered around young people. Young people from Uganda, young people from Canada, young people from Ireland, all of them are here.
From Liberia?
It surprised me. It surprises me that we don't have any young group coming representing Liberia here. I think we need to talk about that. We are left behind somehow in the youth area representing the youth from Liberia. And I hear I'm not sure that was discussed. Maybe next time they will attend like a World Food Forum from Liberia. I would really like to see the young people from Liberia participate in these kinds of discussions.
Mr. Saah, you have the Minister of Agriculture right there. He's there, and I think he should be at the forefront with making this inclusive to ensure that we have the young people represented. Because we've been running the show, and we know the amount of young people we have in Liberia who are owners of farms. They are involved with agriculture and activities. They even have them at the various universities, including the University of Liberia. So, it actually sounds so strange to me to know that we do not have people represented there. So maybe the next time the Ministry of Agriculture can ensure that we have a proper representation of those who are involved with agricultural activities in Liberia.
I really look forward to seeing that. I hope now the agricultural groups that deal with the youth will get together now and form themselves into youth organizations, because the entire World Food Forum is about the youth.
Yeah.
I stress again, the entire youth forum, the entire World Food Forum is talking about the young people. Because it's time now for those of you who are engaged in agriculture, to move forward.
Okay, Mr. Saah, and you heard the young lady. That's the lady you pay for her education. I like the way She drilled you just now.
Why you?
But he's laughing. Enthusiastically describe the president after his speech.
Say that again.
How did the president feel? His impression after delivering the speech? I know, yes, hand clapping was all in the room.
Oh yes, he was. That was too much, hand claps from the audience. But he is still with his colleagues in the hall. I only came out to honor this invitation to inform the Liberian people that their president is here and he's addressing the issues of food security adequately before the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations. He is here with the Minister of Irrigation, the Minister of Agriculture. He's here with the FAO representative from Liberia. He is here with a group of support staff.
Okay, so from Rome, where are you people headed?
This is a representation.
From Rome, where are you people headed? Back home or another conference?
We are here for the whole week. The conference is ending on the 18th or the 19th. We are back to Monrovia. Maybe Sunday morning will be Monrovia. Does he have any schedule to meet the papacy or the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church? Oh yes. On Friday we are heading to the papacy. Where we are heading. He will have an audience with the Pope. That is scheduled. In fact, he was made on arrival by the chief of protocol to the Pope when he arrived in Rome here. We were here already, but we went to meet him. And he was made on arrival by the protocol to the Pope.
Okay, so that's good. And hope you will bring good news from the Vatican.
Sure we will. Rome is a very historic city. It has biblical relics. Everything around here is historic. I can tell you that it's very interesting to be in Rome. The land, the song, I think about Paul's missionary journeys and all of it. It's good to have you. It's good talking to you, Chris and Magdalene.
Thank you very much, Anthony George Saah, Assistant Minister of Public Affairs, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. You know, your children call you Silver. So, okay, Silver, thank you very much. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, Papa.
Thank you. Yeah.
We gotta edit. We gotta edit that way.
Let's take a break.
Chief, before we go for a break, the World Food Forum emphasizes the role of youth in addressing global food challenges, empowering a young generation to take leadership in shaping the future of food systems in agriculture. It encourages innovation, creativity, and collaboration among young people.
So among young people was actually about young people.
Okay. Yeah.
To cover young people. Unfortunately, the assistant minister just told us that there are no young people representation. This is LRB, Liberia.
Well, we will.
It reminds me of the last climate change conference on our president we had. Young journalists went about. They did their processing. They got visa to travel to the Middle East. Mr. Tape and his team left them behind and went for the conference, and there was no media representation in that place. It's the same thing happening. For God's sake, this conference is all about young people. Like we always said, make agriculture sexy. Right?
So I think
that word sexy, it means what happening in the Methodist Church. We should come to that. It means attractive.
Yeah.
So let me look for the girl who said it before we can even make agriculture sexy.
Yeah.
It means you should make it attractive.
Yeah. Invest in it more so that the young people will feel.
You know, on Saturday, I went on my farm and we officially commenced the harvesting of the rice. Myself were inside. Standing harvesting, cutting. And I look at this, the greens in my hand and said, this is Liberian staple food. This is our staple food.
So I think the Ministry of Agriculture should be working on these things to ensure. Anyway, I know, but let's find out from the Ministry of Agriculture to see maybe We have to balance it to know whether we have representative or representation from
yes,
different youth groups.
Yeah.
Let's find out and not to just I believe but we have to ensure that we find out from them to see whether there's a representation of the young, because their whole entire World Food Program is about the young people. And so long the Ministry of Agriculture is present, meaning there should be a representation of the young people. The last time they were at the UNGA, we had a representation for FLY. What this the president of FLY was there. I followed, and she represented. So we expect this kind of forum. There should be a representation from the Ministry of Agriculture to ensure that there is someone or some group of people who are there to represent. I know those who are. If maybe they could have come to us to ask us, because we have a lot of young people who we've been hosting on the platform,
and we got a group of people who form themselves into a cooperative. They're supposed to be delivering their position
just
statement.
Imagine somebody
Senator Javon Smith. This kind of forum is good for them.
Yeah,
it's good for them. For us, we've flown all over the place now. We even air flight. So let's give chance. But this is the this is the young lady from Kenya.
Yeah.
Who addressed a youth forum on agriculture then in South Africa. This is what she had to say.
At this point, but if you feel you have a very burning issue, just one burning issue.
Yeah. This is a copy by, if you can have the camera, this is done by F4L. If you show this to a young person, a young woman like me, and say go into agriculture, they're going to go into it.
Okay, so let me just tell you, those of you who listening, she got a pamphlet, a periodical, agricultural periodical, and the back of it is telling the people to make food, to produce food. But at the back of it is an impoverished woman, old woman placed at the back of it. So her argument is, if you make any young person to see this picture, you are simply telling them, when you get into agriculture, this is how you're going to look in your old age. She said it's not sexy, it's not attractive. So this is what she's telling the organizers. Let's start from, okay, here we are.
Camera, this is done by F4L. If you show this to a young person, a young woman like me, and say go into agriculture, they're going to go into it. Definitely not. I told the World Bank the same thing. If you want to make agriculture attractive, if you want to make it sexy, start by publishing it. Get a young person who's attractive, put them on this picture. I said this in Harare last year to say, can we try to make agriculture sexy? This organization, the UN, the FOL, whoever is involved in the agriculture sector, the advertising, whoever you are, make agriculture sexy. This is the beginning point of making it attractive to the young people. Right. If you, the organizers, the frontiers, the people who are supposed to lead us are putting such pictures, what are you sending to a person, a young person from the village? You pick this picture and like, oh, this is what we're living. But if they see a young person here, very attractive like me, and
I like that.
Okay, so if you produce a pamphlet and places, place Magdalene's photo on it, right?
Not you.
Not me.
Not you.
With this half face. No, not me. And say, farming has turned her life around for the better.
Yeah.
And they see it. Everyone is attracted to it.
Yeah.
So that is her argument, actually. And I like this kind of argument. Maybe we need to remind, and we have a date. The Minister of Agriculture has agreed in principle to come on the platform immediately upon return to give us add additional meaning to the forum. And who knows, young people could just call and ask, Mr. Minister, the forum about young people's activities in agriculture, did we have young people representation? In fact, this forum where this lady is speaking was all about young people also. So let's take a break to be back. When we come, we will talk a little bit about the forthcoming women conference on that's next year March on the Praying for Liberia.
Yeah.
And then that will take us up to 4 o'clock. At 4, we will have a special moment of prayer for the church in Liberia, and particularly the Methodist Church. We'll do it historically. We go into history. How did they come about? What are they doing? What is it causing the noise in the Methodist Church? These are much more lined up this
Including the
afternoon.
Liberia Marathon, taking them for a few minutes to give us some updates.
Okay,
Yeah,
so but let's take this commercial right now and be right back.
Samuel, have you heard about Ecobank Back to School giveaway?
I haven't. Tell me about it.
For every Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, or Rapid Transfer transaction done at any Ecobank branch or sub-agent location, you can get a prize.
Will, I'm not understanding you. Tell me about it because my brother saying the children's school fee first thing tomorrow.
Okay, listen, please.
besides the online, do we have an office that one can go and if they got all the headache of low internet connectivity, they can go and do a manual signing? You know, this kind of undertaking, one thing I observed last time, you guys did extremely well on the security of those who were participating. And then the healthcare, first aid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did extremely well because I was watching it on Real TV live, courtesy to Magdalene. I said that she was not running. I don't know what she was doing. Yeah, I don't.
That a media coordinator there. You want me to be running? Hey Lord.
That had to make all the wake up at 5 p.m.
We said that interview at 5. Yeah.
Well, I really sometimes overlook this girl's potential, but she's big out there. Anyway, but what new do we expect to see this time around when they how they call it, when the starting sound shall be sounded? What new do we expect to see in terms of security, first aid, and price one? So, how do you detect those who want to cheat? We got a starting point, right? So I got a starting point. I start right there. I told my chauffeur, my driver, to get away from me ahead.
No car will be moving.
What? No car?
No car will be
okay,
moving.
I can camouflage myself in a hold on, chief. Hold on. They got plenty of ways I can cheat in.
No. It's not
I
possible.
can camouflage myself in the Red Cross car or the ambulance. And at the end, yeah.
We got it's not possible. No cheating because we or any one of our partners.
You wait, man. You're a sharp man. You get any one of our partners. Yeah, man. But why do they volunteer? Why? What extra comes with it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And okay. And buses. Yeah.
Okay, say you want to take questions, let me turn to you and ask you. The last time you had it was in August, right? August
Yes.
2022.
Yeah.
Why you decided to have it in November 2024?
Okay, we should have had this event last year, 2023, but we had elections. Everybody was busy, and we could not just ignore the fact that we have a national elections coming up, presidential and legislative elections, and so we decided to postpone it. So here we are, and the government is one of our biggest partners. So we cannot be having elections and be having a marathon. I know people. There are others who say, okay, because of elections, let me stay to where I am. I'm not going to, because elections, there are tensions at times.
Okay.
So people stay. Those foreign runners, well, they couldn't just risk their time, or I don't want to say their life, to come in another country during election time to come and participate in the process. And even everybody was busy promoting their own candidate. And how can we be having a marathon? And in fact, we get most of our. We have the army, we have the what? LMP. They are our partners. So we cannot just overlook the fact that we had elections and we had to just forget about everything and put it to this time. So this is why we are having a marathon now, and we are asking you, go out there and register. Go out there and register. And me serving as a media coordinator the last time, thanks to my boss for giving us the time and for supporting this work. He's very, very supportive. And we are going to ensure that you are informed. We're going to ensure that this marathon is inclusive, meaning we are going to reach the information out to those who are in the rural areas. Liberia is not Maserado. So we have our coordinators, media coordinators, who are in various counties, who are going to work along with us to ensure that they inform our people, those who are passionate about running, those who are so passionate about meeting new people and partnering with other people. They can come to town and form part of the process. You be where you are, you register online, and then when the time comes, you come to town. The last time in 2022, Latte, we started interview Justin Batoma, and Justin was my media coordinator. Yes, and we started interviewing non-Liberians from 5 in the morning. I said I can talk, but at the umpa, we started interview by 5. So we gave you some time to add more emphasis on the registration process.
Okay, so what is the online address again? Okay, so those of you listening, you got to get it clear. It's not maritime. We got Liberia Maritime Authority. This one is Liberia Marathon event. Marathon is a long run. Whatever running race or whatsoever you want to call it is marathon. MARATONTHON. It's not MARRTIME. No, if you do TIME, you will not find a link. That I just want to clear that up. So, do we have a limit of the number of registrants? Okay, so with that said, maybe if we can take 5 minutes for public interaction. Those who want to ask
Yeah.
more questions
Yeah.
on 07. Sorry, what is it?
Yeah. Okay.
I can see it.
0777285961. Why you looking at my eyes? At
What do you see? I can see.
Yeah, but no.
Yes, let's hear you.
That's
Good
funny.
afternoon, Chris and Magdalene. This is Afro.
You really need to run. Huh? They won't but I'm begging you.
But I'm going to win, and that's why I'm calling to be a part. And
Okay.
if possible, as a media consultant, I will come straight to you to register, and don't have to go on. I will win the first class. No true. It's going to be performed.
You did. All right. Okay. You see. Jerome, you need a you. Oh yeah, Jerome. The last time he was there. Jerome, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, so let me say thank you to the Naton team, but just like the registration process,
Mm-hmm.
those are work, so I did not really pay attention. I want you to please emphasize
Okay.
do the online registration process.
Okay, he will do that before he leaves. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Good afternoon, Magdalene.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and good afternoon to my brother there, Christopher Sellee.
Yes, sir. Quickly.
Yeah, I'm going to take part in the marathon, and I will dedicate, and I will give you my medal because of you.
Oh.
You are a very good motivator. Yes, I'm going to take part in the marathon, and I will make sure
Okay.
I will give you the gold medal.
That
What does
one,
that mean?
that me or that to my boss.
To you, Magdalene, you, especially you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Christopher Sellee and myself, we're from Quebec.
Oh.
I will give it to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate. All right. Please. Yeah. So you can place in your call to 0777285961. 0777285961. I think we can take 2 more calls and we call it a day. So yes, please be giving additional information or making more emphasis on the previous information. Okay, let me take this caller. Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is I'm calling from Jarvis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know how to register.
Okay, he will try again. Yeah, he will take his time and draw you through. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Quickly.
Yeah, I want to know the online registration. How will I know that I've registered? Because we are calling from Padla.
Okay, keep following. Okay, so yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to take the last caller. Yeah, the last caller. Let me take it from the Hello.
Hello.
Yes, it's good to have you on.
Magdalene.
Yeah, you're on the radio. Who's this?
Oh.
Okay, I don't know who's this. But let me take the last caller from this end. Hello.
Magdalene, good afternoon, Roger Magdalene.
Yeah, what's up?
Quiet man, for long, I started hearing from you. What's up?
You start hearing from me. I on the radio every day. Like you, we can hear from you or also actually. That's why you say you.
You know, now I'm retired. I'm operating my agriculture farm. I even try to get paid so I can fix some advice from him.
You tired calling?
No, you went for president. My man, you were explain tired.
You were explain tired. No evidence.
That is your part. That is your part of the support. It means you should be appointed. Period.
Your credit coming to you. You have orange warning you. Orange warning you. Your credit coming to you. I felt it just now. Okay. Okay.
And so now at least I got my farm, Western, my my potato, I can get something, my credit will not go.
But
We just saying that
yeah,
promises that we made to the people will not go off track. Because there are people who now, people are going in bed with snakes.
forget they play that marathon we're talking about.
marathon
Yeah,
baking,
the marathon.
yeah.
Leave it in. We will have a time for you to come. We'll have a time for you.
Yeah.
See?
You ever came here, we charge you money?
Most of the institution will go visit my farm and see what kind of help they will give me. And if I don't know my way out, I made a document with the Minister of Agriculture, they are referred to staff.
So you can follow the agriculture program. Let's talk about this tomorrow. We always like open this platform to Roger, man. You just go every other time you gotta observe me. Say to Brinton that you don't that you don't want. So, but I think we're closing up now, right?
Yeah.
Because we have to take the lady and then go to other important. Yeah. So, Precious, I'm sorry, we can't take you. We can't take any other. We'll continue to do this because we want to inform the public on. Our True Fair Fame and other institutions online and other media institutions in Liberia. You get the information. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Please take your time and give the process and how the whole stuff looking in the next 2-3 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Platform where you see a link. All you need to do, click on the link, and then the information will be right. So the first thing that will come is registering as an individual or group. So you have the two things present. So if you are going for an individual, then you have the information. So if you are going for a team, that is, there are a lot of people who have groups on the web and group participate. It's kind of a platform that is government. So there's the other say we have so the tank is going to be from JFK, SK, and then the half marathon is going to be from so for those of you that want to register, that is the 10K, if you're registering with mobile money, pay the amount of $3 or equivalent in Nigerian. That will be for Nigeria. So if you're coming as international runner, and that will be for Ghana, for Sierra Leone, and so on. So we have the amount of $35. That means mobile money. So if you are paying physical or cash, that is you pay the amount of $40. So that is for the 10K marathon. So we go to the half marathon. For those of you that would love to give mobile money, you pay the amount of $6 or the amount of $1,140 mobile money. So if you are paying with cash,
okay.
And then the online bill is not international runner.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to have marathon. So mobile money, you pay the amount of $5. So if you want to pay cash, this is for cash that is one of our or this will cost the amount of $60.
Yes. So you can either come if you are finding it difficult to do the online registration, you could go to either SKD or you go to the Invincible Park and do your registration on Sunday or Saturday. Yeah, so that's the information I have for those of you that will be participating in this year marathon.
Did you talk about the process on registering online, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And just additional information. So for those with physical disability, for you, it's absolutely free. You are not paying anything. That means if you are in your wheelchair or with the crutches, it's free. Absolutely, you are not paying anything to participate in the marathon.
So what they will do now? All they have to do is just to get.
So all you need to do, you visit the registration center.
Okay.
And then you do your registration, and then during the day of the number registration, to get your number, because you after registration you gotta get your race number, you get your gear, you get called out the package. So you will go the SKD or the fly office on the bypass. So those that will be in Central Monrovia, you can go to fly office and then you get your race number. For those of you that will be in the Pinsday end, you will have to go to SKD to do or to get your race number.
Okay, Latte, thanks so kindly for serving this role again. But just to inform my boss Ryan, Latte and I work at
Magdalene history.
Students Election Commission at the AME. He was the chair, I was the co-chair. We worked up to 1 o'clock that day.
Sure.
Yes, right. Midnight and the elections was that led Terrence T.C. Woods to presidency. T.C. Woods is currently the presidential aide, and he's in Italy right now. So thanks to kindly the work that we did together, Chief. He recommended me to the marathon.
Magdalene, why are you bringing history up?
Yeah, I'm saying this because whenever you are given a space to serve, I always like to stress on their work, because it will not remain there. You are going to be. It's a voluntary stuff, but I enjoy doing it, and I learn a lot, and I'm networking.
Yeah, Magdalene,
so that is more than enough.
I've always said this.
Let me say this. When you are working with people and you see their extra ability, you should not see that as a competition and do not recommend people for a better opportunity.
Okay.
Magdalene and I have, like you said, we have worked on the student level. And Magdalene's ability to champion the cause to bring Terrence T.C. Woods to power was very exceptional. So for me, I don't find it like maybe me, I would say, in the sense to recommend you for any other thing, because I know what you possess. I know what that time you did extremely well.
Thank you.
Absolutely well. So even if God bless me to be in a higher position, the next person, do you have any female person that you recommend? You'll be the first person.
And then last time again, I appeared on a West Africa Democrat.
Magdalene, come on.
That's a friend of ours, right? But I mean, you did it. You said, and I said, who? He said, but it's Bill. I said, okay, but I know Bill. He said, yes, he has a platform in. Yes, so thank you so much for all of the support. All of you guys, I want to appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much for coming.
To your host, your co-host,
I'm my big boss.
Big boss. I want to say thank you ever so much.
Host.
No. I don't want to follow your program, and so I want to say thank you ever so much, and thank you for my bosses. From Mr. Chad Domi, Daniel Dean, and Jordan, who is currently in Germany. I want to say thank you. I hope to see you too, Chief, participating in the year's marathon.
It's going to be.
Magdalene, I beg you, bring it over here.
Okay, I will.
Incidentally, Genesis 19:24. Then the Lord rained, bring storm and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. But his Lot wife looked back behind, and she became a pillow of salt. We will go into history today. We have to pray for the Church of the Republic of Liberia. The Liberia Council of Churches is silent on what's happening. The grassroots churches are silent on what's happening. The religious community, the interfaith religious community is silent on what's happening. Yet, they say Liberia, we should even take that into consideration. Liberia was built on Christian principle. Even though there is an argument there, but everyone is silent. This is the state of the nation. We will take the crusade people when we come back. We will give you a moment where all of us will take that time to pray for the church in Liberia, especially the Methodist Church. We will give you biblical quotation why we think the church is troubled.
So right here is the statue of Lot's wife. Isn't that incredible? Wow, look at that. Incredible.
So I am watching a video of present day Jordan Dead Sea End, where it used to be Sodom and Gomorrah, two adjacent cities, or what you refer to as twin cities, that were destroyed by the creator of the heavens and earth for a simple reason, which is going to be our subject matter during the last segment. Good afternoon. This is State of the Nation. My name is Koluba Siafa. I'm here with Magdalene. Magdalene is the chief moderator now as we speak. I have turned the crown over to her. So she has asked us to interview these beautiful women who are so much into the spreading of the gospel. And the gospel says, unless the gospel can reach to the four corners of the earth, you will wait until the four corners of the earth can receive the gospel. So I have with us in this studio Reverend Helen Reeve. She's a member of the organizers of the Liberia for what? Women?
Yeah,
African Women for Jesus Christ. A crusade that is going to take place in March of 2025. And this is the second in a series of interviews since, in fact, we agreed to form partnership with them, this platform, to propagate the gospel. So without much ado, Madam, good afternoon. How are you?
You?
And I like your smiles. How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks. In the things of God. Thank you so much. So the last time Bishop was here, we talked about, I thought it was something just closed next door, but she said March 2025, the kickoff. And I asked, why you have to do the publicity so early? She said, because they want to reach out to the four corners of the Republic of Liberia.
Yes.
And this is the second in the series of that interview. Welcome to State of the Nation. First time, right?
Yeah, my first time State of the Nation.
Okay, my name is Chris. She's Magdalene. I don't have to introduce her
Thank
to you. So the last time we were here, we knew the venue, SKD. We knew that the women were going across to recruit people to come for the crusade across the country. What we want to know now, the update. Where are we? Are you on course with the organization, or there are some stopping blocks that we think we can find a solution? They say problem share, problem solve.
Problem solve. Yes.
Let's hear you.
Yes, we are on course. And update, as of now, we have communications and information going to the counties and to the authority. We met with the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, and she's on course. And the next thing that we will do is we want to have before the tsunami 2025, we want to have meetings with the mothers of the land. There are some mothers who have been praying for this nation, who are impressed with this nation. We want to meet with them. We want to talk with them. We want to share our our objective with them. We want to share our what we want to do. We want them to be a part of it, so we will meet with them there where we are now.
And they're responding?
Yes, they are responding. Like I said, we met up with the first lady, and the response wasn't bad. It was good. And as we know, I knew it beforehand that when we meet with her, the response was going to be good because I know her to be a woman of prayer. So we can talk about prayer, then it be bad. So the response
I don't
was
know
good.
whether you people know the enormity of what the outcome that you expect. If you bring people from across the country, it's going to be one of the largest in the single moment.
Yes.
What are you putting into place? Security, health, first aid, and stuff like that.
We are putting into place, we are taking into consideration, people will be gathering, so we are taking into consideration the health, the security. The matter of fact, every prayer gathering that we have, we can have a health care there, we can have health unit there. And so even at this one will be a national gathering, and we are expecting about 6,000 women to gather to the SKD Sport Gymnasium. We will be putting into place a unit of health care that will be there to care for the women. Maybe something may happen or somebody may run with some severe headache or something will be there. Those people will be there. Healthcare people will be there. We are also informing the authority. So when time comes, security will be in place. Even though we know God's security will be there, but physically we live on the physical earth, so we will make sure that physical securities are there.
So after this long range plan, the conference, the crusade is well organized and executed. What do you expect? A new Liberia, a Liberia of a group of stubborn people? What do you expect?
We expect our answer from God because the word of God says the expectation of the righteous will not be cut off. And our expectation is that Liberia will move ahead. Liberia will forge ahead. We are praying for Liberia not because we see guns around. No gun, no bloodshed. We thank God for it. But we know there are wall of hatred, wall of setback and delay, walls of tearing down each other. So those wars, we expect for Liberians to have a positive mindset of developing this nation. We expect for injustice against women to minimize, if not cut off. That's what we expect. And we expect, and it's a starting point. Tsunami 2025 is a starting point because the revelation is that we as people of God, as church people, as church women, as Christians, we've been praying for the nation. We've been praying in our various places of worship. But the revelation is for us to gather together at one point, and then we close that prayer, we seal all that prayer with the presence of spiritual authorities that will gather together, and then that prayer will be a united prayer. Yes. So and thereafter, we expect every year the women will gather together.
So you want to make it an annual event?
We will make it an annual
then
event.
We will also demand that it be decentralized. Not
Yes.
all the time.
Yes. We are planning for it to be decentralized because they said the month of March is a month for women. So what we're planning to do is that it will be decentralized, that in March, the one county, maybe a region will take, maybe we'll start with a region. A region will take one Saturday and come together, and then we'll go there and we have the prayer there. And it's the same prayer for the nation, for peace and stability, for the people of the nation, for our youth, for our children, for our women. Then another region will organize theirs. Then we'll go there, and that's how we'll do. But the first thing is, Tsunami 2025 will bring women representatives from the 15 counties.
Mother Liberia's problem looks like this. Let me bring you a scenario. You're like a public relation person, right? A media public relation person. Your client's reputation or image is always in the red. And every time Every time you try to fix it, 2-3 days after, your client goes and carry on the words, you have to start going on radio station again to defend and to clarify. That's how Liberia business looks like. You make some intervention, spiritual intervention, pray, waiting for, God is not moved by how man wants him to move.
No.
He takes his own time.
Yeah.
Liberia man does not know what is patience.
No.
No, patience is taboo. Why God is taking his time to answer the prayers offer, Liberia man will go astray and say, "But now for nothing to we're doing all that, man." So the following year you are talking about a new another round of the meeting to pray to God. Then you call and say, "But the time we spend at SKD, what happened?" That is the Liberian man you're going to encounter, and with encounter, that is the Liberian man you want to start praying for God to intercede on their behalf.
Yes.
So whenever, Mama, let me come here a little bit. I'm serving now as a PRO.
So I should ask the question, right?
Don't ask me. So whenever God sends you, He empowers you.
Yeah.
And He gave you the right messages to be able to inform the people. And He will always not put you to shame. I have never seen God putting people to put anyone to shame that he ever called and gave you a vision.
Yeah.
So whatever you see the Liberian man's mentality and the way we think, we've done too much. Whenever we call, through God first, God gave the vision to the Archbishop Matilda Ta. After this coming year, you're going to see how big their program is going to be. And not only because of the number of people, but the impact it's going to make. Whenever you pray, there's a seed that you have sown. It germinates. Sometimes it takes time. It's not something that when you just pray, it just happens. Like some prayers are answered instantly. Sometimes God will tell you, say, wait a little bit, and in my own time, I will perfect it. So that's it. From this coming year, for March, for the tsunami 2025. Tsunami 2026 upward is going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast.
God is in it.
God is in it.
And God is the chief organizer. So even as we are talking right now, we want people to volunteer their time to work along with the African women for Jesus. We don't have money to pay you, but your time, your effort is going to be remembered by God. Yeah, Mama, you can add up.
Yes, and then like my daughter was right there saying, the thing is, God who has sent all, He faithful.
Yeah.
And He spoke to me before in the book of Isaiah 66 verse 9. He said, I will not bring you to the point of birth, and I will not allow you to be born. And He know He will not answer our prayer. He will not send us to pray. So once He sent us to pray, then He about to answer our prayers. No matter what we see, how we see Liberian people, God see them that way. And we've been praying for this nation for many years. And He said we should gather together and organize this prayer. So therefore, He who has spoken, He's faithful. And we have faith in Him that this is the beginning of the new Liberia. This is the beginning that Liberians will go with a positive mindset. This is the beginning that Liberia that set back and delay will be out of Liberian people with. This is the beginning that will not sit down to just look at or to just look for, when I see you today, I'm looking for the fault that you have, or maybe the mistake that you have made for me to criticize you. No, that the Liberians that will be a year after, God will deal with their minds, because the word of God says, the heart of king is in His hand. So He control it whichever way He want to. So in the heart of kings in His hand, the heart of every Liberian is in His hand. He control it, and He been doing that before. He been doing it. He has spoken. He said, the man heart is in my hand. I will control it. I will turn it whichever way I want to. And He will do it.
Just the way He controls the waters they
Mhm.
we discussing
I
about.
I'm listening. I'm not looking
Yeah.
at you in
Yeah.
disbelief. I believe what you're saying.
But you have to believe me.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, I'm not begging to believe me.
No, I know you believe us, but the thing is, you just want us, you just want conscientize us about the kind of people that we dealing with and the kind of prayer that we will pray.
Yeah,
But
because
one thing is,
some
what
of
we
the
know
prayer,
is
some of
that
the prayer
we're not
intervention,
praying to ourselves and we're not praying in our
Winter,
own need. We are
Winter.
praying in the name of Jesus, the name that is all powerful. When he say yes, nobody can say no. When he say today, nobody can say tomorrow. That's the God that sent us. That's the God that spoke to the Archbishop. And when God spoke this thing to Archbishop did not even tell me. People in Uganda, people in Kenya, they're the one want to her say, yes, we see African women for Jesus to all nations, and you want for African women all over the world to come to be a part of it, but you have an important assignment in your home. And then I said to her, I said, Bishop, we've been praying for this nation. We have prayer ministries, churches that have been praying for this nation. But there is one thing that God wants us to do. He wants for these women, for us to gather together. We're not gathering together because we want to form an organization that will be there to say the organization is honor Bishop Materata or it honor Reverend Henry. No, it's not an organization. It's a time that we gather together to seek the face of God, to tell him thank you for the prayers that we have prayed for the whole month. I mean, for the whole year. So
Okay,
that's the purpose.
This is State of the Nation and it's on Truth FM. My name is Chris with Magdalene. Mom, let me ask you a few questions before we decide to go to the next.
You said me?
The two of you.
Oh, okay.
We've had several crusades. We've heard about Bishop Winker, Bishop Wolobele, Bishop Cotto Brown. These people have repeatedly interceded on Liberia's behalf. And in fact, foreign crusaders came here. Jimmy Swagger came, Brian Graham came, Rena Bunky came, and you think we've accrued a dividend from this religious ceremony that we can regularly say, yes, God did it for us before, and we know He will do it for us at the March crusade.
I should come in?
Yes, come in.
Let me come in first. The fervent prayers of the righteous availeth much. So you're not we all have been praying for peace. Yes, even sometimes we say peace is not the absence of war, right?
Yeah.
Not but the gunshots we used to listen to, running from one place. Run from one place to another, from one place to another. I can remember at a certain point I saw we were all at the SKD where the president Taylor at the time and went down on the ground.
Oh, you were there?
Yes,
I was there. Much smaller, right?
Forget the age, man. This man. So I remember that we all were praying for peace, and we have this. So even sometimes. You say on the platform, oh yes, my car tire punch up, or I ate, for example, I ate dry rest, or me will say, oh, I ate dry rest, or anybody else. But the matter of fact, you are not hearing gun sound, that you have to be running through the bushes. That's one prayer that God answer for us. And to have a democratically, transition for Madam Sellee to President Weah and now President Bouaka is a blessing because not many countries encounter this.
No.
So we cannot, there are times we can overlook some things and say, oh, maybe because we don't have a 40 billion budget, we don't consider that to be blessing. But it's actually a blessing to be in peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mommy, you agree? You want to add up?
Yes, I want to add up. What we say is that the Bible says, as iron sharpen iron, so men sharpen the continent of another. You name those great fathers of prayers that have been coming and been praying. Some mothers have been coming and been praying. And what we are doing is that the women are gathering together to continue this prayer. It's not that no prayers that the same prayer will be praying to continue the prayer. And we know those prayers are being answered. The God have been answering our prayers. Maybe the answer, like Madeline said, the answer is not like the way we expect it for us to daybreak. One day we check it out, the whole streets of Monrovia, the streets are paved with gold. We see the beautiful days. No, it's not. Maybe it's not like that. That it goes on time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's princess upon princess. Maybe that he told the children of Israel, he said, when you go, you will inherit that land bit by bit, small. I will not just move all the people there, then you be just inherit the whole land, then the beast there will come and overtake you. It will not be like that. Just I can bet you, if you take the Liberians from the typical Liberian from here, you carry them, you put them in a well-developed country, they will not even know how to handle it. Seriously, they will not know how
So
to
you mean
handle it.
actually it's the mindset.
It's the mindset. It's the mindset. So they will not know how to handle it. The thing is showing every day in our homes. And the person will not know how to handle it. By the time you go, you say, teaching the camo. The camo is there, the face basin is there. You go, you buy new one, you bring it. By the time you put it there, they know how to clean it. After 2-3 months, you see that all camo now gets steam. So the best thing we can do is we will go to God and pray concerning our mindset. That when we say this prayer this time is not because we're hearing God. No. It's because we know that there are mindset that Liberians have, that the word of God said, lack of knowledge make my people perish. Because they do not have the knowledge to grow. They do not have the knowledge of development. They do not have the knowledge of moving forward. They do not have the knowledge of enhancement. They do not have the knowledge of victory. They do not have the knowledge of success. They have the knowledge to go backward. They have the knowledge to be stagnant. So because they have that knowledge, just go step outside. You ask one Liberian woman, how you doing? Or one man, how you doing? And now you say, then all the problems there is, they coming to say it. And sometimes when I meet up with them, I can tell them, I say, but these things are not different. You go and put BBC on or put CNN on or Al Jazeera on. The people what you see there will be more than our own. So people will thank God. They say, everything can be looking good for you. I say, yeah, because I can see the good. I can decide that I want to see the good.
All right. So what?
Yeah, just to add additional information, I mean, Dr. Reed have said everything and adequately representing Archbishop Matilda Tarr, African Women for Jesus to All Nations, a movement of African women for building nations. So in January, from the 22nd to the 26th, is going to be African Walking in Grace. From the 22nd, take your pen and paper and take this the calendar of events. January 22nd to the 26th, 2025 is African Women Walking in Grace. Yes. And the next one is the Strength of the Tsunami 2025, all Liberian women gathering from everywhere, irrespective of your location, irrespective of your status, irrespective of the educational background. You are important, and this gathering is about you. So we want you to come, Tsunami 2025, all Liberian women. And the theme is the strength of a woman. Yeah, so it's going to take place at the SKD Sports Complex, and from March 28th to the 29th, 2025. And then last but not the least, the Lord has broken the chain, but there is an unknown one. And it's going to take place from the 16th of June to the 22nd, 2025. And it will be held in Uganda. So when the Archbishop comes back the next time, we have the opportunity, she's going to place more emphasis on this. But we are calling all women from all of the counties, even those of you who are in other countries and watching or listening as well. We are calling on you to be a part of this event. It's in March. The reason why we started so early preparation is very, very important. it's important that we prepare early because we do not want to get and be everybody just be sweating and rushing so and doing this. So the vision bearer, Archbishop Matilda is a very good organizer who God has called to carry on this project. And she said it so early. I was like, why so early? But yeah, we are. So Dada Reed, thank you. Can we take calls now?
Maybe 5 minutes. Yes. 5 minute calls.
You want to say something before we take calls?
Oh, we can take calls.
Okay, Mama. All right. So 0777285961. 0777285961. We don't want you to say, oh, 1 year old. 1 year old. That's why we always talk about this, because we want you to be a part. We want you to volunteer. We want you to ask questions. We'll announce the numbers where you can call if you want to volunteer, what any information. Hello?
Hello, Magdalene and Chris, and so our brothers in studio. My name is Arthur, and so just like Chris said, they had this before, and I interviewed Bishop Saah in Monrovia, right at the scene SKD Sport Complex.
Okay.
So I hope they will be able to go around.
Okay.
But let me say this: what she just said. If you take Liberians, you send them to New York, they will turn New York into Liberia, and Liberia that you go to New York because you will turn Liberia into New York. Why you can't see, you can't grab. Thank you.
Okay, so we need to work on our mindset, the way we think about issues, the way we think about ourselves, the way we think about our country. Well, mindset is key. Hello.
Yes, hello, Magdalene. This is Josiah B. speaking from.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, following your student gets very keen. I think she spoke very well, and I wish her program success. Though is far away, but I think her planning is very good. But one thing, we pray for Liberia, pray for Liberians, and then the wicked people continue to be rich. We the poor people continue to be poor. I mean, think about that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a mindset. Yeah, mindset. So we have to. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Andrew Mangoli. The mind is the engine of the body. Our mind. The entire mind, the entire body depends on the mind. And we give both physical, spiritual, and whatever. The difference between somebody that is a little bit broken, somebody that is free is the mind. But the Bible says, as the main thing here, because your mind, your mind is how your life is. In our country, Liberia, the one of the things I'll say the church, if you want to live like a Liberian, just ordinary, then you're going nowhere. If you want to make it in this life, you have to think above the ordinary Liberian or above think above the ordinary Liberian mentality. But the Liberian man, you want to mind that the way they continue looking on everybody before you, talking on that's a wrong mentality.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm really glad for our mother for this topic.
Okay.
Also inspiring in churches.
Okay, Chief. Thanks for placing your call. Hello? Yes, sir.
This is Uncle speaking to the world.
Your name?
This is Uncle speaking on the world.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for the women in studio, and I pray that their prayer will be answered. We all will be restoring our own vision as men in terms as well.
Okay.
Because I can remember when Fish Market was over there at that time during the crisis, the Liberian women used to lie down on that ground where I become in the female recreational center. I mean, we used to feel so much for them, and they were there from month to night, doing that, their best. And we pray about the grace of God. The Lord will definitely apply our mindset. Because that's what the other people saying. Our mindset is the problem. We don't never feel positive at our country. For example, Magdalene, this leadership now, in fact, for us to be praying for the betterment, we still having that mindset when I'm me, it can be you. Like America, their country can't fight the USA. What happened to the president? I was like, this is like, help us start us. But they are going to be strife.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, sir. Thanks for placing your call. Okay, so that's it. Yeah. So
so I heard most of the callers saying our mindset, which is true, and that's the reason why we'll continue to pray, because we know the spiritual controls the physical. No matter how you say it, how you know, whether anybody agree to it or not, but the spiritual controls the physical. So we'll continue to pray and continue to present the mindset of us Liberians to God, and God will change the mindset one day. The other problem with God is that God is not God who is limited to change the Liberian poor mindset. It's the time that we can take to go before Him, and we'll continue to pray. And He has never let us down yet. He will not let us down. He will change the mindset of the Liberian, and this nation will go forward, and this nation will develop.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time spent with us. We will do this most of the time until up to the time of the crusade. And as we told the Archbishop last time, we are happy. Once it is about spreading the gospel, this is another way of partnering with you. And we are very glad to do that. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you too. Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy. We are always ready. Thank you.
Reverend Helen Reed of the, what do you call it, the crusade?
You gotta get used to it.
It's Tsunami 2025. It's the African Women for Jesus to all nations that is organizing it. We pray for other African countries. So it's time for us to pray for Liberia too. This African Women for Jesus to all nations. The vision bearer is the Archbishop Matilda, and she's the one who organized it. And you need to see the way the Ugandan people welcoming the African women for Jesus to all nations. To receive Reverend at the airport, Bishop at the airport, the printed T-shirt. Yes. To just listen to her for us to share the vision, the printed T-shirt. That how other nations are receiving it.
So you go to Mauritania, you see Magdalene there. You go to a tsunami, Magdalene is also there. And this morning, they see Magdalene posted today, reminding us that she got in the month of October, she got up to 5 speaking engagements. How are you managing your time?
Well, yeah, we're managing.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you for coming. Yeah?
Okay, thank God.
Thanks for coming. So let's take a video. A young lady from Kenya visited Israel, and she had been wishing to reach to that point, and she came across this place that used to be called Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's hear her before we come to our subject matter for this segment.
So guys, let's see. Lot Wife and Mount Sodom. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. If today's your first time to check Cool Kenyan in Israel, and if you are my faithful follower, thank you so much. And if you're coming back to my channel, welcome back, and I hope that you're gonna stay. In today's video, I'm heading to the Dead Sea from Jerusalem. The place that I'm standing, it's called Mount Scopas in Jerusalem. Very far, you can see blue waters. That is the Dead Sea. That is the place we are going to. At the end of the Dead Sea, that is where we'll go. That is where Lot and his family used to live. And the place used to be a city, Sodom and Gomorrah, before God destroyed it. And then it became a mountain, Sodom Mountain, a mountain of salt. Then we'll have a chance to see the pillar of salt that is believed to have been Lot's wife. You remember Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt. Today we are going to visit this place and see the pillar of salt. Then under the pillar of salt, that is where Lot's wife was buried. So today we are going to visit that place. So please, please watch the video until the end. This is gonna be a lot
Okay, so I just played the video so you can know that some of these things mentioned in the Bible and Quran, they actually exist in present day Israel. They actually exist in present day. And everybody knows it in our Sunday school or Sabbath school. We know why God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. To the extent the sin was so to the point where if a man attempted to do what they were destroyed for, the word was made out of that action called sodomize. That's how nasty it is. That's how nasty it is. You heard the woman today. You go to the Dead Sea end of Israel on the other side of Jerusalem. There's pillar of salt still stands. This time it has turned into rock. It still stands. When God told Lot to leave, please look for Genesis 19:24.
Hallelujah.
Leave the city. You and your family leave. Sodom and Gomorrah were twin cities. It was just the scene where you see.
You said Genesis what?
19:24. Also look for Leviticus 18:22. The scene where you see Brazzaville and Kinshasa. The two capital cities, you can stay in one and see another one in another country. The only thing that divides it is the Congo River. That's how Sodom and Gomorrah were looking. So God was enough and tired with their nonsense. God told Lot to leave. Lot said, hey, my creator, please, let's see whether we still have some good people like me after I leave. They check all over, the rest of them were of no use. Even the Quran talk about it. So it is about the situation in the Methodist Church, the Liberia Annual Conference. It is troubled by confusion from one edifice to the other. As a matter of fact, let me clear it. The protest that took place in New Georgia yesterday, the latest information I got was not a gay wedding. It was not a gay wedding. And you see how information can spark. So after the demonstration, people started posting the bishop's video on social media, his position of gay marriage before and his position now. We've managed to lay hands on the two sides of the bishop's position, or the Methodist church position, or church's position. Now that you know that Sodom and Gomorrah still exists as a former city where this act originated from, this is it. Listen to the bishop first before we can go into it. So he was addressing congregations. They're sitting under a buffer, what you call buffer. And this is his first opinion on gay marriage. Listen to him.
What is the intention of these people? And so we feel that it is not right for the church to allow that. In fact, for me, God will punish me if I allow that to happen, or if I agree with them. I think I will burn in hell. So I told them in 2004 that the church cannot license people to go to hell. You agree with me? Yes. And all I said, everyone want to go to heaven. Yes. Is that the reason why we're behind God? Yes. So why must we go to hell? We cannot license people to go to hell. We are here to witness for Christ, to bring the lost into the church. But if we come back this year and we come back and then we say, oh, the church now agree. We say now 2 men were married, 2 men. Then we come to Liberia. Then the diacon and say, Pastor Flogo and Pastor Moses, they're getting married tomorrow. Hey. How was sunset? That's trouble.
Okay, that's his position before he even became bishop or before he went to the US for the conference. This conference was all about how the Methodist Church will agree to accept gay marriage in the church. Man and man getting married, woman and woman getting married inside the church. I say outside under buffer. I said inside the sanctuary. You remember what happened when Jesus went and saw people selling it in the church? That was one of the most singular moments that he ever got annoyed. And you know what happened? Imagine if you were to come down again as a spirit and transform himself into mankind and enter a church and see gay marriage. So after the bishop went for the conference in America, the church bought his ticket, they gave his DSA, they booked the hotel, everything. He went to represent the Liberia annual conference. When he came back, this is his report to his people.
They call them, they call them the alphabet community. Different mix of people. There are people who, some of them marry man, woman marry woman. Some of them, they change their gender. They say, oh, I'm not a man, I'm a woman in a man's body. So they call them transgender. There are some people they like men and they see that they like woman, they call them bisexual.
Can you imagine?
All right? So all of these people here, they are in the church. They are in the church. And for the past 2 years, they have been fighting for the church to recognize them. They say, you let us in. We have also gone to the church and said, no, that's it. They don't come. We'll not die in Dublin. So you're still awesome. So for the past 2 years, they've been fighting, trying hard to come into the church, but the church will endorse them and make them a part. So this year now, we went to general conference. The delegate that went, they brought the petition for us to endorse them so they can be a part of the church. All right? So when they did the vote, the people who are in favor of them, they won the people who are not in favor. All right? So they lifted up there that they won the people who are not in favor. So when they did the vote, the people who are in favor of them, they won the people who are not in favor. All right? So they lifted up there that in the United Methodist Church, now men can marry men.
Okay, that's the Bishop Samuel Queer representing the Liberia Annual Conference. Sometimes last year, when you are going to attend the conference in South Carolina, United States of America, the annual conference. You see, one person, two positions on one item that in Christendom is referred to as abomination. One thing the bishop failed to tell us, what did he vote for? In the first place, murder is a crime in all over the world. Needs to say inside the church. Or abortion. So why if those who in favor of abortion get in the church and say we should vote, that when we do, that the church should support abortion? So he left from here with the, you see, some. Let me tell you something, and I pity this man's condition. The reason why I pity his condition, he didn't have the balls to walk out of that edifice when the votes were being taken. He sat down there, either he abstained or nobody know whether he abstained, nobody know you voted yes, nobody know you voted no, but those who want gay marriage in the church want those who don't want it. Which way did Liberia vote? Nobody knows. He didn't tell us. He didn't tell us. You know, let me tell you something. The first thing, the United Methodist Church was founded by John Wesley. John Wesley broke away from the Roman Catholic Church for several reasons. They called themselves the Reformers. The Luther, the John Wesley, they had disagreement on this issue they call purgatory, where the Pope, if my father died and I knew my father was living in sin, I had to go pay to the Pope for the Pope to pray, and then he would declare to me that my dead father is now resting in the bosom of Abraham. There was a payment of salvation. John Wesley and Martin Luther, they broke away. Martin Luther founded the Lutheran Church. John Wesley founded the Methodist Church. But guess why they named them Methodist? He said the way the Roman Catholic Church was proceeding was the wrong method in serving the Creator. So he had his own method. And from the word method, the Methodist Church came into being. Read about John Wesley, 1735. And like as the Adventists, like us, who got 27 fundamental beliefs of the SDA Church. Inclusive of them is the Holy Trinity. And I want to believe all churches believe in that. 27, all biblical with biblical texts. The Methodist Church too has 15 prayer points for their clergy or whosoever. 15. They got spiritual lives, they get time management, families, preaching, strength, visiting ministries, leadership, decision making. They got ministry with the poor, they got communication, got conflict, got vision, they got finances, they got health and encouragement. Those are the prayer points of a United Methodist Church person. Those are the points. That's your prayer points. Today, you got the church in complete disarray because of man's wicked belief. Because of mankind wicked belief, we take today's time to pray for the church in Liberia. So you see why people decide to form grassroots churches and leaving these so-called mainstream churches, the denominations. You see why? Because a mainstream church will not tolerate this nonsense. They will not. It is even written in the Holy Book, in the Holy Quran. Let me take you there. Before we go there, go to Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. What the Bible says about it before we go to the Quran. Chapter 22.
Yeah, okay. So Leviticus?
Yes.
Okay.
18:22.
18:22. You shall not lie with a male as with a woman. It's an abomination.
Simple.
So, for the meaning, this verse is a part of the Mosaic law and is often quoted in discussions. Okay,
yeah,
about homosexuality.
You do not lie with a man like you lie with woman. The book Leviticus 18:22. Let's go to the Holy Quran. Let's go.
You got it there?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
You got one to read Leviticus 20:13.
Yeah, read.
If a man lies with a male as with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood is upon them.
You hear that? You hear that?
Romans 1, verse 26 to 27. For this reason, God gave them up to dishonorable passions, for their women exchanged natural relations for those that are contrary to nature. And the men likewise gave up natural relations with women and were consumed with passion for one another, men committing shameless acts with men and and receiving in themselves the due penalty for their error.
So, which of the Bible these people preaching from every Sunday from their pulpits? Which Bible are they preaching from? Eh? So when they're having gay marriage in the church, the Bible, the preacher man will take the Bible and he will be reading. The Lord said, a man shall leave his mother and cleave unto his. Yeah, so they'll put it a different way. So you can be convinced. And they will not read any of these scriptures that we're reading. But let's go to the Quran.
Okay.
I am at Surah, sorry, let me go to Surah 84. Surah, okay, 165 to 166. Surah, yes, 165 to 166. Do you approach males among the wives? You men, do you approach your friend men? Do you? Let's read further down. Let's read further down. 56 all the way to 65, all the way to 66. Do you approach males among the wives and leave what your law has created for you as a male, but you are a people transgressing? You leave what God created you, what God created for you, for your pleasure, extracted your rape, and created a beautiful woman, natural relationship. Someone that get red lip. Eh? Someone that get long hair. Oh man, someone that are gifted. Eh? Natural gift. Right? You leave that and take what is not, to take what was not created for you. The Holy Quran speaks against. Let's read further. Let's read further. I told you my first lesson I ever learned in classroom. It was Quranic verse. I just forgot how to read Arabic, that's all. So it said, what's the punishment? And we rain upon them a rain of stones, and evil was the rain of those who were warned. They warned you repeatedly. Mr. Bishop, you allow the church to be colonized by a group of misguided church goers in the United States and come back here, It comes back here and tell the people with no remorse. Let me give you an example what you should have done. When the national orator was speaking July 26, Dr. Pele, when she touched something about America, what happened next? The Charge affair woke up and walked out of that national event. And she did it without regret, defending the ego, defending the 52 stars, red, white, and blue, defending you when you sat down in a pew and you participated in the vote. All you have to tell us is this. Let me tell you something. I just told you about Christianity and Islam. Traditionally, it's even a taboo. It's a taboo. You can't talk about it. And these are the traditional people coming to seek the face of God in your church. In your church. No, this is not judging you. This is about reminding you what all of us creators told us in the very book that all of us are using. What do you want from Methodist churches in America or England? What do you want? You got all the properties here almost. Boulevard Palace is leasing from you.
And how much do you need?
How much do you need? The entire Snapper Hill, J.J. Roberts willed his properties to the Methodist Church for the education of the Liberian children. You are managing it. Who asked you to make a report? Nobody. Nobody. You got properties all in the place. They're all in lease. It is because of your headquarters on the Tottenham Boulevard, 12th Street, that today, the other street did not cross to hit 13th Street, or 13th Street never cross. All the street cross from the Atlantic Ocean and cross straight to the swamp northward. It is because of that headquarters that those streets did not pass. Under a Baptist preacher, William Tauber, that's how he respected the church. Today, God bless you to ascend to a position where you represent your people. You go and participate in an abominable act to vote or not to vote. Why in the first place you went there and you knew the agenda item? So you get your members, they're confused. They're confused. They're confused. I got a young lady next door to me yesterday. She renounced her membership of the Methodist Church when she saw that demonstration. I had to tell her, I said, no, the demonstration was not about gay getting married. No. Then she said, well, come and hear my bishop talking about this. She brought a video to me. She's no longer going to be a member of the Methodist Church. That is what you have done to your congregation, to the sheep. Now, you, the shepherd, you are allowing the sheep to leave and go into the wilderness, and they are missing in action just by your action. You know, I was on the bumper show. Candidate Joseph Yuma Boakai, then VP, at the same time candidate, sat on the show with Patrick and I, and the question was, if you became a president, that was the time former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was all over Africa reminding African leaders that aid to African countries will be based on recognizing the rights of LGBT. I don't know how they can call it, LGBT.
Is it African community?
Alphabet community. Why are you hiding yourself for? Don't leave auto quote. So we placed the question to Vice President Barker, then candidate 2017. He said, look, I just wish you didn't ask me this question. Before I even became Vice President, I am an entrenched traditionalist. And my tradition forbids me to even talk about this. That was complete contrast to what Charles Bronski said. He said, as long as the laws are there, the laws say this person should be this, you will not interfere with this, that. And that was Barker's only conference. I still got a recording. That's how the traditional people take it. So you notice that we talk about the tradition, we talk about Islam, we talk about Christianity. 3 religious groupings in our country. 3 religious groupings in a country. Instead of you spreading the gospel, people are running away from the gospel. Let me just tell you something embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. That is why the Acts, when Paul was living from place to place, they asked, is it safe for a man not to get married without children? That Paul said you must trust yourself first. You want to look for that place? Yeah. You must trust yourself first before you want to be a priest or a father. If you know you're not able, do not avail yourself to be a priest or a father in the church where marriage will be forbidden for you. You will not raise a family. Latest news coming from our judicial reporter says, this is it. The priest
You got it?
come on, yeah.
I should read the message from
Yes,
Paul.
read from Paul.
Okay, it's actually advice about marriage, and it can be found in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 8 to 9. That's the King James version. He said, I say, therefore, to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide, even as I. But if they cannot continue, let them marry. For it is better to marry than to burn. Meaning, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, that kind of thing what the priest, yeah.
Pretending. And then the person you're pretending to, the person is supernatural. Supernatural.
So,
and the person knows your mind already. Yeah.
So he encourages people who are unmarried or widowed to remain single like him. But if they cannot control their desires, he advised that it is better to marry than to struggle with those desires.
Listen to the breaking news. The priest of the Christ the King Catholic Church on the Old Road has spent his first night at the Moravian Central Prison for allegedly raping a 16-year-old girl of the same church. Priest Daniel George was arrested on October 8, 2024 by the police and later forwarded to court on October 12 for prosecution on allegation of statutory rape. What is statutory rape? Sexual intercourse, you force sexual intercourse with a person that is below 18 years. Statutory rape. As if, I'm telling you, the first thing you did, you had intercourse that was not agreed upon. As if that is not enough, the person is below 18 years. It's statutory. It means the law protects the person from having an intercourse. There you go and make rape. That's the breaking news from the judiciary from our man Peter Toby.
So I come again. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman.
No, check that. His own wife, the wife, you get the plural. Get S there.
No. Why are you asking me that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
His own wife. I see his own wife. It would have his own wife.
Okay. All right, no problem. I thought S was there.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and every woman have her own husband. But you know, the education, you know, sometimes I because there is kind of a type of marriage. There are several types of marriages. I did it in school, and this one is a woman can have two or above, two husbands above.
That's polyandry.
Polyandry, right? Yeah.
Where?
It's been practiced in
Kenya.
other. In Kenya?
Yes.
Yes.
I saw a woman married to two men.
And for the men, we already know because it's 8 days of old with King Solomon.
Yes, and I don't know where. Yes, and it's also written in the Quran. Hold on, Chief. If
let you interested in the other, I mean, can you space?
You have up to 4 to marry. That is, you must be able to treat all 4 equally.
It's impossible.
All 4 equally.
It's impossible.
If you are unable to do that, stay with your one.
It's impossible.
Stay with your one. Don't say it's impossible. You got people who can maneuver.
They were gonna have to get now.
So yes, so yesterday we said that parish one Catholic just sent me text that parish priest you honor. No, the news breaking from the judiciary.
Yeah.
Let me call his name again.
Priest George.
George Dennis.
Yeah, Priest George. So that's it. So overall, for my own, before I think
we're opening the line, and the line I'm opening is intended, or we are opening is intended to pray for the church. not to denigrate anybody. Pray for the church. The church is not faring well.
Yeah.
The church is allowing, I thought we defeated colonialism. The church is allowing itself to be recolonized. This time it runs diametrical to the African tradition.
Yeah.
We need to pray for the church. Yes.
Yeah.
Quickly.
So quickly before you place it right. We need to pray for the church. That's why we started. I said it should not only be, I know, even though this thing has sparked off from the Methodist Church, but we have to pray for the church because this one is happening in the Methodist Church. There can be something, I know, that can serve or that will serve as a serious distraction. The whole thing about homosexuality is not something that I envisaged or even thought on one day that I wouldn't be sitting on the radio and be talking about, I know, and advising bishop, pastors, and playing audios of people saying Afro Bear community and stuff like that. So even with the issue of sexual sin, which of course one way or the other, everyone, Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." When I hear the kind of tell you say, "Oh, and to make any sin fun," that's why those of us who are going to church, every sin is being preached on. It said, fornication, adultery, everything. So why would you want to encourage, this one? I have never sat in a church before where the pastor would say, and especially for my church, where the pastor would say, you can continue fornicating. I have never heard a message before they say, "Oh yeah, this man, a married man can continue committing adultery." I mean, or encouraging any other sin for that matter. So why were you in any way be supporting a man to man? You continue to preach that all these things are sin and we should all turn our. There is one a message from the ELWE. There's a pastor who preached. He was saying, "Turn away from your wicked ways." Those people who've been listening, turn away from your wicked ways. Turn away from serving false God. And that message can seep into my ear sometimes when I used to listen to ELWE. And it's so powerful. So who the pastor have ever been encouraging the issue of sexual sin, even with a boyfriend and girlfriend? Some people are sitting there on sinner bench. Some people have been, have been suspended, expelled because of all these things, lies and everything. So why would you want to encourage the issue of man to man, woman to woman? That's an abomination. And like you said, this Sodom and Gomorrah, the cities were destroyed. So let's start playing with Christianity here.
See what the Bible says, Genesis 19:24.
Yeah.
It says, then the Lord rained down a burning sulfur. Sulfur is an element that melts under heat. Or not fire, but sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord.
What I got, boyfriend, I still want to yeah, man. Yeah, no, I get that. So because now I get because I can see. Why can I start there? Yeah, you know.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Yeah, they can be too
All right, go ahead.
Why you doing?
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3 and 4.
Okay.
Paul was telling Timothy that it will come a time people will turn from the real truth, their itching ears. They will want to preach what their itching ears.
Okay, so yeah, leave that Sunday school lecture now. Pray for the church.
leave from there. And you want to sell, leave from there. That's it. If you, what if you remain there and you are convinced, and you stay away, stay away. You don't know the kind of power the man has got on his back. So if you cannot stay there, leave from there. But you okay, pray.
Amen. Let's call her. Hello? 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 Hello?
Okay, y'all image that.
Yeah.
Yeah. 0777 Yeah, we have to know God for ourselves. Know God. There's a pray. We need to have personal expectation. So, I need friendship.
We should pray for me and put a prayer. Thank you. What time? Let's hear you.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's for you just want to go on and get church. You want to get church, you don't know the university, you don't know anything about any, you just want, the things are cool. Yeah, we'll be on you.
Every year.
Yeah, every year we'll go for
How the gospel that?
yeah, hello.
Yeah, let's hear you.
We are looking at what. So I will be praying that God should provide the situation so that if other teacher as to what to do with the church. But I also agree with you. Thank you. I praise you for this time. Because you said in the word that the last day messages will come. And Father, as they are coming out in Liberia, we ask for your intervention in other churches that may be involved into it. We refuse involved into detracting your children from your word in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, thank you. Hello. Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, Magdalene, you always take those are texts of time.
Yeah.
So it's not to the word of God. I mean, we must stand our faith. We must hold our ground. Man, that deceive us. People will come with money, they will be.
Yeah.
People hold onto what they hide. Don't let anyone take that ground. So the rest of the method, I know that they are holding that ground and they will not allow anything take that ground.
Yeah.
Money will not move them. Man to man, no, one to one, no. Only people are the ones to the job, living together. Like I'm man to man, man does not have bread. Man are different from each other. Those are things.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I think the church addressed a press conference earlier on.
Okay. You want to
As well as non-Christians in the entire citizenry of Nigeria. The issue of same-sex marriage has been lingering on since we returned from our general conference that was held in the United States on April 23rd to May 3rd. When I returned to Liberia, but before I could come, I made a statement. All members of the church to remain calm. And then I also told them about the decision I would take by the I returned. Who's me? I'm the bishop of the United Methodist Church. So, first, United Methodist Christian community, the state of Nigeria. I want to say here that as the United Methodist bishop, our church, the United Methodist Church, is not a gay church. Nor will we ever adopt such an identity. We, as members of the United Methodist Church, we firmly uphold the definition of marriage as a separate union between one man and one woman, not equal and not less. Their belief is deeply rooted.
Bishop, that's why your people wanted to hear from you. That's why they wanted to hear from you. I just wish you would have stood up in the church in America and prophet and denounced and the vote was taken all walked out. Anyway, this is what you should have done ever since. Yo,
Shared commitment and
So trying to
okay, so you will hear the rest of it on the news this evening.
Yeah.
The press conference is
yeah.
over. At least the church has now a position,
Yeah.
and it's coming from the man who attended. It was there when the vote was taken. Gay marriage should be accepted in the church. The church since April, today is come back again to say the church in the area and other countries in the area is not a good church. That's how it's going on the United Nations. Thank you so much. She will be here tomorrow and with more facility, more on agriculture. Let's wait